What's up, y'all? It's Sticky Too Nasty back with episode 2 of the Dolphins mid-season rebuild. You know, in the first video, we traded for that dog, Jalen Hurts, who might help us win some games. Hopefully, I hope so. Made some little, changes to the roster, some adjustments. Fired Coach Brian Flores. I'm the new head coach. I'm coming in on the scene, trying to make something shake. And we're gonna play our first game of the series, not of the season, but of the series. We playing the Bills. Got our ass whooped by the Bills last time, but that's when Coach Flores was coaching. Let's see if we can make some shade. Hopefully we don't get our ass whooped this time. We still got the full old Dolphins, but it's no excuses. Come game day, you gotta perform. Let's see if we can make something happen. By the way, I was gonna make this series last week, but I'm an LSU fan. I seen Jamar Chase go off for 200 on the Ravens, and I was like, I want my boy stats to count. So I had to wait for Tuesday, Wednesday to hit. They updated the stats, and made it where we on what is this week 8? I'm gonna say. Yeah, I think we on week 8. So I had to wait for them to update that so my boy Jamar Chase could get his stats. Made some adjustments. What are we going against? Let me see the X factors. Jukebox. Alright, whatever. I ain't worried about all the other ones. Let's just get to the game. Hopefully we can get this dub, man.
Today, from
Let's get this win, man. Hopefully we don't get embarrassed. It's on all Madden and we suck.
It's a special Halloween presentation.
Let's see if we can make some shake.
On EA Sports.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Throwing on first down is Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Allen going to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
So if I catch him, I could catch him. Oh, wait, I don't like that. Holland's in the game.
Throwing now is Allen. And he's got the connection to Cole Beasley.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Lay that wood.
They have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Lay that wood. Oh my.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38.
Right here.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Did it give me time?
Going deep here for Parker.
Oh, yeah. Jalen.
Leap and he's got it.
Chop it
he
in there,
got it.
Jalen.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Yeah, we're going to get repeat the ball. No.
And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A solid
Well, I was going to say
first
vintage
down,
AP,
gain of
but nah, I
7,
feel like
leaves it
AP
with a
would have
second
scored
and
right there,
3.
man. I don't know. AP was different.
Hurts sets up to throw.
Oh, I like Waddle. I like Waddle. Oh, shit. I don't like. Oh!
But that's going to wind up incomplete.
Why was he
Good
on
opening
him
drive
like that?
offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I know he's hurt, but why do they have him on the depth chart? That don't make no sense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Right.
Here's Hurts to throw. That'll be caught for a Dolphin touchdown. It's Williams.
I don't know what the hell they was in.
Preston Williams, his first touchdown on the year.
That was a nice first drive.
Taking the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point up and good by Sanders.
The Dolphins should be doing in real life.
Game.
Then again, O-line wasn't half bad on that drive.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
He's better than that.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
Play action.
Going up top.
Oh, come on. Xavier. It's in there.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Hurts with
creativity in here. The block. Oh, you got to get that block, man. I'm gone. You got to get that block.
To the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming out.
Next time,
2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
boy's running routes. That Levi Wallace again?
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Hurts. Flushed out right. And a throw on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Nah, man.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Switch, Byron.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary.
Yo, they just made me bounce to the other gap. Did y'all see that?
2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourself.
Bro, you really got this awareness to just cut out like that?
The slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast.
Ain't no way.
A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down.
Singletary literally tried to not get pushed
the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They will run with Singletary, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Bro, there's no way. There's no way. And it's on you again, Byron.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
Oh, man.
And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
So we always, I don't know, man. Might as well.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
To save that whole drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish. But you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense and this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season.
It's what they got them rated as in the game.
Now, maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season.
Oh, yeah, TG. Look at Levi. Why is Levi playing so hard?
Todd Gurley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Starter, but AP doing this thing too. Got a touchdown.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. And now out come the Bills. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again especially since they lost the last time out.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you,
wasn't in the game
and live to
before,
punt the football.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Remember, right now they are on a 6-game losing streak, trying to snap that. And a good sign is they've got the lead in the football. They go play action with Hurts. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Why did he catch up to him
They've
on
given
the
up a
cut?
few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the ground, Peterson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Hurts. A bullet throw, but incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far he has. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
He's just playing great,
Waddle now to return it. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. Yeah, they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. That's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, and relax and enjoy the second quarter lead right now. And this is Parker, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop
Play
it.
action, man.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, I hit the wrong
That'll be
button.
incomplete.
I hit the wrong button.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Peterson. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his first touchdown on the year. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's got it with the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 77 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Come on, man. I need
so
six.
Able to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now back to throw. And this one.
Oh, that's true.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He'll drop to throw.
Oh, yeah.
He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but
take
he's
off that
down
X Factor,
inside the 20-yard
Take it off.
line. And now Peterson, not exactly sure what happened there defensively, but he's still down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
He beat.
And a flag comes
Oh, yeah,
in.
PR.
Falls incomplete.
PR. Throw the flag,
Let's
bro.
see who this is on.
Oh, good.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Did you get up enough for number 2, man?
Push it in with Gurley. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Yes, sir. Byron Jones gonna get shit.
The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Allen to the veteran Sanders for the Buffalo first. It's complete to Diggs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Bills are going to use the first
Xavier
of their
doing his thing,
timeouts,
but
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And finding Emmanuel Sanders here. And they will get the first down here. They move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
We running the ball. We ain't running the ball. Jesus.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's 2nd and 10. It was Teron Johnson that time who had that play covered from the start. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Oh, my gosh, Mike.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's taken down.
Probably could have just ran through the gap.
But not before picking up the first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
But listen, when you've got the lead, There's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup.
Oh, come on,
moment.
bro.
Let's see what the referee says.
Stop it.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Looking to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. It got his man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd and 4. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Malcolm Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, Singletary takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's going to be
Bro, what's up with these holding calls, man? Seriously.
So let's see about the call. And that's on Austin Jackson, first-round pick in 2020. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox.
Really?
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, why did they do this?
Now Allen. And Diggs has it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Why did they do this?
Now Allen. And this one
oh my gosh. What are we doing? What are we doing, man?
To see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Ew.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And again, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Bass is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
I'll have to drop the quarters.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to the workhorse today, it's Gurley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They run again with Peterson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On 2nd down now, it's Peterson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Yeah,
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. On first down, Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now a second down and 6. To throw, it's Allen. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bills on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Oh, what the hell?
Allen now looks to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On play action, Allen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Finding Knox there complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. They still can't get it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Why is he playing like this?
Cole Beasley, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Allen to throw once more. And he finds Beasley complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. Allen going to throw. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen, 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Allen to throw it. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Allen. And he's got his tight end.
That ain't no way, man.
Touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Dolphins offense returning to the field, and it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, they snap out of their doldrums and improve to 2-6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on Texans. Meanwhile, for Buffalo,